Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Miami Heat MyNBA series. And in this episode, we're going to be recapping the offseason and playing this first game of the season against the Philadelphia 76ers. Last episode, I showed part of the offseason, which was the retirements, the staff retirements, league meetings, and then also the draft lottery and draft where we selected Darren Peterson. You guys all saw that. Well, we traded for him, but I mean, we should have been able to select him in the first place. Didn't even take anything. All we did was just trade the pick straight up for Darren Peterson, so whatever. But now we're going to recap the offseason for us, and you will see there's some new acquisitions on this team and some guys that are no longer with us. Starting at the top of that list, usually Tyler Hero would be on the top of this roster. He's gone, and yeah, it wasn't working out. I'll say that it was not working out with Tyler Hero. He had been here for a long time. He became such a good offensive player, no doubt about it, but no longer needed him anymore. We traded him to the Orlando Magic, which is an in-division rival, but I think it'll work out for us in the long run, for Anthony Black and a first-round pick. And I think it was 2 first-round picks, actually. So I think that's good value. Anthony Black's only 22 years old, 3 years younger. And really what I want with this team is some defense, and that's what Anthony Black brings for our team. 89 perimeter defense, and potential to grow offensively as well. Now, his contract is huge, which is something I did not look at when trading for him. But we'll see if that ends up being a problem or not. So his production is going to have to match. Not only his production, his impact is going to have to match that contract in order for us to keep him around. Again, we drafted Darren Peterson. We traded for Aaron Holiday. I would like to get a veteran point guard to mentor our young rookie point guard who's 11 years younger than Aaron Holiday. So I like that. Rasheer Fleming still here. Signing Seth Curry. Again, more mentorship, not for just Darren Peterson, but for the young team as a whole. And also bringing some more shooting in case we need it. And also drafting Florian Budunga. And yeah, we didn't really do it too much. But I could definitely see us making more moves. In terms of development, Khalil, we're up to an 84. He's got a 76 3 ball. He's looking a little bit better there. 87 block. He needs to get a little bit stronger, but who cares at this point. Walter Clayton up to a 79 with an 89 3 ball. This is what I like to see. Somebody who I thought was going to be more ready last year ended up shooting 36% from 3, which isn't bad. But I can expect him to shoot over 40% this year. To John Salon, developing very well defensively so far. 77 interior and 80 perimeter. He showed flashes of being a really good defender last year, and he's starting to put it together a little bit here. So, hopefully he continues to grow and start knocking down that 3 ball at a high clip. Darren Peterson here, our rookie. Adem Bona up to a 77, just a great lob threat, and he's actually a pretty solid rim protector, more than I expected him to be. And, he likes to snag rebounds, so he can be on double-double watch even coming off the bench. So those are how the young guys have developed. Rasheer Fleming got an 83 three-pointer now. Got his layup up to a high standard, and his defense is improving as well. So that's how the development went for our guys. We still have Kevin Porter Jr. here, who was the 6th man of the year. He's going to come off the bench again for Darren Peterson. This is what our rotation looks like. At the 1, it's going to be Darren Peterson, Anthony Black at the 2, Quentin Grimes at 3, Adebayo and Ware at the 4 and 5. I expect this to be a pretty good defensive team, which we were not at all last year. And then our offense will come along. If we need to trade for more offense, we will in the long run. And this is what our rotation ends up looking like. A very, very young team. And, I don't expect us to contend for a year or two. So, that's fine. Just need to continue to develop our young talent. Our first game of the season will be against this 76ers squad, who didn't really make any moves. I think they picked up Nick Smith Jr. They did, who was in New Orleans last year. They got Bruce Brown, who doesn't have his jersey covering his chest. And then Gershon Yabusele is still here as well. Around the league, nothing too crazy. I will say that the Lakers have made themselves intriguing by adding Lou Dort and Kevin Durant to go alongside Chris Senac, who they drafted. And then AJ Mitchell, who had a really good year for them last year. Bronny up to a 79 overall. This is a solid looking team. Fred VanVleet's here, but he's only a 74. They still look to contend with KD and Luka and some really good shooting surrounding them with a little bit of defense as well. I don't know if they have enough though. Mavericks still here, end up signing Julius Randle, who had a down year in New York, returning back to New York. So, maybe he'll produce for them. The Hornets, this team looking really good. They picked up Bobby Portis. They drafted Caleb Wilson. They still have Alex Caruso. They also drafted Karim Lopez. Like, this team has some solid depth now and some NBA talent around LaMelo and Brandon Miller. Come on, Malawatch, another year of development. Like, this team can actually make some noise, but we'll see if they actually do. The Nuggets staying about the same as they have, drafting Jaden Quaintance. That's about it. I haven't yawned in a long time in one of these videos. Sixers I just mentioned. Pistons signing Austin Reeves, a guy who told the Pistons not to draft him when he went undrafted so he can sign with the Lakers. But this team is looking scary when you add Austin Reeves to the equation. Ron Holland here and Mitchell Robinson also joining this team as well. This is a really good team. The Bucks, Dame getting older. He's probably going to retire soon. Stephon Castle, another year of development. This team just still developing and trying to get better with their talent that they have. Jasper Johnson they drafted, and Macau Brown. So that's not a bad team. Then they have us right here at number 8. The Spurs, fresh off a championship, keep relatively the same core, adding Rui Hachimura and Jalen Williams, who actually was there last year. Yeah, okay. Was he? There's no way he averaged 19 rebounds. Some of that stuff gets messed up, but his team's looking to compete and repeat. And I definitely think they can. The Raptors here, they have a lot of talent. Dylan Harper in his second year, Jacoby Walter in his third year, Julian Strother was there last year. This team is just looking to do something, maybe make a little bit of a playoff run. Who knows? The Kings here, I'm not really too confident in this team. They ended up signing Davion Mitchell, who had a good 3-point shooting year from us last year. I passed the ball pretty well, but other than that, this team is pretty mid. Washington Wizards, another year of development for all their young guys. There are overabundance of young guys. And Tori Yabusele. This team maybe just looking for a little bit more development from their guys. They're developing defensively, but offensively, nobody's really taking a leap at all for them. Pelicans, building with Trey Johnson still, Zion, Trey Murphy. This is not a bad team right here. Like, this is really not a bad team. So we'll see what they can do this season. Grizzlies, another year, the same thing for them. They end up signing Jaren Jackson Jr. to an extension in the offseason, and he did not have a good year last year. So, maybe they're stuck in no man's land. Blazers, again, much like the Wizards, looking for some development. We'll see if they end up getting that. Derek Queen trying to build off an okay rookie year. Boston Celtics, this team maybe looking to change things up here soon. It's not looking too good for them in terms of their development and how much money they have tied up. Now, Drew Holiday retired, so that freed up a lot of money for them, but other than that, no significant moves for them. Cavs, same front, paying a lot of money, not making a bunch of noise. The Brooklyn Nets, another year of development for them with Jaime Jaquez. They end up having Jaland Lowe, Dominique Clifford in his second year. Keaton Wallace signs there. It's an okay team. Like, that's really all I can say. Still going to be tanking. The Pacers ended up having a good run to end the season last year. And, in real life, this guy, Aaron Nesmith, was ridiculous. But they're going to look to, make the playoffs again. Jarris Walker developing very nicely to an 84 overall. And that kind of makes Pascal Siakam expendable. We'll see if they move him. We'll see if they don't. Who knows? But this top 6 right here, this is... in top 7. Another yawn. This top 7 is phenomenal. The Wolves, they lost in the first round last year after Ant won MVP. They lost to the Thunder, which was just unfortunate and really a really tough first round matchup. This team really didn't add much except for Ryan Nembhard, who is somebody who's really intriguing as a prospect, very similar to his brother in the terms that he's a solid defender, can handle the rock, shoots it pretty efficiently. And he's just aggressive. He's just a dog. So we'll see if he could develop for that team. And, just not a whole lot outside of McDaniels and Anthony Edwards, but McDaniels was phenomenal last year, averaging 19 points per game. And Rob Dillingham looking to keep building, averaged 12 last year. The Rockets losing Kevin Durant, but Jabari Smith Jr. up to an 86 overall, trying to step up. Amen Thompson up to a 91 with Şengün at 91. And then Reed Shepherd building on his successful sophomore year. Didn't shoot it really efficiently, but still trying to put the pieces together for this team. And I believe they can. They still have Cam Whitmore here, who can be, an intriguing trade asset in trying to acquire another star outside of Kevin Durant, who they just had. Shaedon Sharpe ends up signing with this Bulls team that is weirdly good in 2K, but not a whole lot going on. At least they have a few young guys for some direction. And they end up signing Mark Sears, who had a really solid end of the season with us last year. Clippers signing Bryce Sensabaugh last season, actually. He's an efficient scorer. Keon Ellis, good defender. Derrick Jones Jr., somebody I think we could look to try and trade for, but probably won't. But right now for them, Kawhi injured. Norm Powell just getting a lot older. CJ McCollum a lot older. This team is looking to be on the downward trend in terms of their success. So maybe a fresh start for them. The Hawks, I feel like this is their last year of trying this experiment. It hasn't worked out. They got Danny Wolf, though. I feel like it's a pretty solid fit for this team. But, man, there's just not a whole lot going on outside of those top four guys. And Onyeka Okongwu as well. So we'll see how Ricochet develops. I mean, averaged 17 last year. That's really, really impressive. The Phoenix Suns, back-to-back #1 overall picks. And, man, this team could actually make some noise if they can find a real center. Not saying Rocco is not a real NBA center, but it's not looking too spectacular. You got Devin Booker, who I believe could ask out and just say, listen, I don't want to be a part of the rebuilding phase again. Again, he's only 29, so he could wait a season or two, but he's not getting any younger. AJ Dybanta out of BYU, not Auburn, in his first season, is looking to make a big impact alongside Cooper Flagg. You have two uber athletic wings at 6'9", Colin Murray Boyles, who's pretty athletic and a defensive-minded guy, alongside two scorers. One unbelievable scorer, one of the best scorers we've ever seen, and then Jalen Green, an inefficient scorer with Houston, but shot 50% last year. That's really, really good, and only 1.6 turnovers. So maybe he's going to continue to be that type of player and potentially get better. The Thunder, this team made it to the Western Conference Finals after having an injury-riddled season. Were able to battle back. They end up signing Ryan Dunn, and then just a couple of drafting guys, Darius Acuff and Thomas Sorber from the year before. But you got Shea, Kassan, J-Dub, Chet, and Isaiah Hartenstein. Like, you're still going to be an elite team, in my opinion. The Knicks, they lose Julius Randle, but they still keep their core. They end up keeping Corey Kispert. Did they pick up Colin Sexton? They did. It's not a bad team. Not a bad team. This team can still make noise. The Warriors, they are getting older, and it's starting to become more apparent that this is probably the last season of Jimmy Butler and maybe even Steph Curry. Although I don't think so. I think Steph may have one more year after this, but this team is they've run their course. The Magic just picked up Tyler Hero. Goga Bitadze coming off of all defensive second team appearance. This team, with picking up Santi Aldama and drafting Cam Boozer at 3, like, this is a real contender. And I think even before Tyler Hero, this team was a contender. So, we'll see if the Magic can make a splash. And then the Utah Jazz end up picking up Jaden Ivey, who got replaced by Austin Reeves. Not a bad little backcourt to have. They've got a lot of guard talent, Colin Knipple as well. But again, just a rebuilding team. So that's how every team looks at the moment. So now we can go ahead and just get into our game. And it's going to be in, I believe, Philadelphia. Yeah, it's going to be in Philadelphia, going against a very, very talented Philadelphia 76ers team, who looks like they just signed John Collins too. So, wow, this team is not bad. All right, we're in Philadelphia, the Wells Fargo Center. It is premiere week. Joel Embiid, I haven't played this guy in a while, but he hasn't been too bad since he's gotten back from that injury that he suffered in real life, I mean in 2K, well, in real life, but I mean getting back in 2K. You know what I mean. Bam Adebayo probably will defend him.
Here we go.
He's just stronger than Kel'el Ware, especially at this point in time. And the Sixers end up winning the jump ball as Kel'el Ware almost gives up an easy layup. Matter of fact, he gives up an easy bucket on the first possession. Pretty realistic. Anthony Black handling the rock now. Getting downhill, floater is good. His first touch and first shot attempt as a member of the Heat is a bucket. And I like Anthony Black. He brings some good defensive technique. Could be a good offensive player with some proper development. Here's Ace Bailey now going to a hook shot. Missed it. So yeah, that's what I like about Anthony Black, and I think he could be a really good player for us. First play, makes a nice pass to Kel'el Ware, and he lays it up and in before the buzzer expires. So nice pass there from Darren Peterson, who's more of a true point guard in my opinion. He can score for sure, but at Kansas, I'm speaking in terms of fictionally, he developed very nicely as a true point guard. He crosses over. Grimes gets open and knocks down the triple. First points of the night for Quentin Grimes. Our offense hasn't looked too bad so far. Another screen, late clock for Darren Peterson. Get inside over John Collins and around Tyrese Maxey for his first career points. Quentin Grimes, who gets wide open for three, and Quentin Grimes, his second triple of the night. I like the play setup, you know, getting him more involved, giving him some nice touches. Finds Ware on the roll. Another beautiful dime from Darren Peterson. Like I said, fictionally, he developed very nicely as a passer at Kansas. Again, our possession is going late clock. Porter fires, and finally a positive play from Kevin Porter Jr. Missed his first two shots, relatively easy looks. Turns it over, but that possession able to get the bucket. He's got two on him. That's not who I was trying to pass it to. Fleming gets it right back. Finds Anthony Black underneath, and he lays it up and in. Very sloppy offense from us, like extremely sloppy. But this lineup I like. It's defensive versatility with Anthony Black and Rasheer Fleming, and also Salon I think is a pretty solid defender, as Embiid just scores right over the top of a Dembona. Again, we're late clock and our offense is just not flowing right now. Step back, Porter over Embiid, and gets the friendly bounce right there. I mean, despite us playing like garbage in this first half, we're only down by 6 right now. Peterson open for three, and Darren Peterson, his first triple of his NBA career. And we're going to need a lead on him. Probably stop calling these silly play calls and just give it to him, let him work, as Embiid cuts back door. Bailey is erased by Kel'el Ware and then gets it back, throws it up and scores. I don't know how he made that, but nice shot right there. Mace Bailey. Peterson gets into his bag. Downhill, it's Salon for three. And to John Salon, a much-needed triple for us. The offense, it's been garbage. And it looks like it's going to continue that way. Grimes, we need this. And he delivers. His third triple of this first half. Need more from him. And we're finally over the 30-point mark. That is not who I was passing it to. Peterson relocates for a midi, though, and knocks it down. It's a 6-point game, so Peterson with a nice jump shot right there. And his jumper is NBA ready. We know that. He's our leading scorer tonight with 9, tied with Quentin Grimes. Shooting just under 50%. Peterson. Going downhill, stopping, spinning, and scoring over Tyrese Maxey. That is a tough and well-earned bucket from the rookie Darren Peterson, who is now our leading scorer. He's 5 for 8 from the field. He's got 4 assists. Seconds remaining. Peterson with a few seconds left on the clock. Grimes, openish jumper over Bailey. He knocks it down. Give him 14. We only have 40 points, but the Sixers only have 45, and I've been pretty impressed with how good Darren Peterson has played in his debut. He's probably been the best player on the floor. So, really weird and honestly bad first half as Grimes fakes, gets past Embiid, and Quentin Grimes up to 16 points. Bam sets a screen. Grimes going to work against Ace Bailey. Kicks it out to Bam. Pulls up and drills it. His first points of the night. That's how bad our offense has been. Good help right there from Khalil Ware. And we're able to get the stop. We can push in transition here with Darren Peterson. Gets downhill and switches hands. That one is his first career dunk. So 13 and 6 for Darren Peterson. Black. He's only got 4 points tonight. Like I said, we don't need him to be a huge scorer or anything, but just give us a little bit of something. Step back, got that one to fall. I mean, that's something from Anthony Black. Bam gets it back over Bona and scores. Markkanen, open three, missed it. But Darren Peterson grabs the rebound, his first of the night. Throws a lob up top to Fleming, and Adem Bona will save it. Stuff there from Adem Bona. Peterson over Markkanen. Again, another offensive rebound from Bona. Peterson a three now. That one falls. His second of the night, and it's back to a 4-point game. Darren Peterson was 7 in this quarter, being a lot more aggressive offensively. Peterson off the screen. What a needle threader right there from Darren Peterson. I almost couldn't find the words. But right to Adem Bona. Peterson up to 7 assists now. And Adem Bona in the passing lane. Picks off Tyrese Maxey, and he got stripped by Maxey. Peterson inside, got fouled, and he got the bucket. He's got 20. And he is, I mean, is it sad that a rookie's carrying us? I don't know, probably. Porter, step back on Lowry. He can't buy one right now. Inside, Embiid will throw it down, and the foul. Pulls up for the midi. Finally, he gets on the board. Been expecting him to score a lot in year 2, but right there, just his first points of the night, which is not great. Salon fighting through the screens. Lowry does not care. Porter now. Inside, nobody picks him up, nobody helps. And up to 8 points for KPJ now. Peterson, hop step over Nick Smith, missed it, got it back, got him to jump, missed it, got it back, throws it up with the left hand and scores. A bit of a hectic possession right there for Darren Peterson, who's up to 24. And you can really see he wants to win. He's doing everything he can to beat this Sixers team for almost every possession right now. Peterson pulls up for the short J and knocks it down. I mean, he can't play any better than he has tonight. 27 and 7 in your debut. Fight over that screen. He's not able to. Maxey pulls up and just all net. Probably the cleanest jump shot I've seen in a while in 2K. Just dominating right now. Peterson again. Pick and roll. This time it's a pick and pop for Bam, who gets Maxey on him. Grimes open in the corner and bricks it. Victory for this team continues. Maxey tough three over Peterson. It's not tough enough, and a dagger right there from Tyrese Maxey, and being and lost the ball. Sloppy possession there from Ace Bailey. Peterson a little open from three and drills it. Just keeping us in this game. He's got 30 tonight. It's passed, finds Ware. Now Peterson open for a three after relocating, and he knocks down that one. There's still minute 50 left. Again, another triple for Darren Peterson. Maxey goes up. Peterson with a steal. Ware just a little bit of, icing on the cake. Performance. And let's see, oh, that lob worked. See, I feel like that's going to be able to be a connection that develops, but wasn't tonight. Peterson carried with 33 and 9. We lose by 13 in the season opener. And Maxey destroyed us. Embiid destroyed us. Sixers team played great as a whole, and our team did not. Yeah, Maxey, deservedly so. Yeah, player of the game. Maxey had 35 with 9 rebounds. Joel Embiid with 20 and 10. Ace Bailey with 16. Just a good game from the Sixers. Darren Peterson, 33 and 9, 13 and 22, 4 and 6 from deep. He could do no wrong. 4 turnovers we'll have to clean up on, but some of those were lobs that were just dropped. Grimes, an okay game. Ware with a really good game. KPJ, bad game. Anthony Black just really looked like a rookie still. He's 22, but the clock's kind of ticking. It's your 4th season, and we're paying you a lot of money next year. Salon was ass. Bam. 2 for 10. They were open shots, too. Clayton, bad game. Fleming did okay defensively, but offensively he was bad. Adembona. Dominated in the paint. Second chance points. We had 16 turnovers. Sixers only had 8. They had 13 steals. We only had 19 assists. This was a really bad game from us. Really bad. So we got to figure some stuff out as the season goes on. But hey, great game from Darren Peterson. Maybe we'll be in the lottery next year as well. Who knows? But I hope you guys enjoyed. It was a little bit of a fun episode at times. Darren Peterson was fun, but everybody else gotta do better. See you guys next time. Peace.